Hello, Oldham-Ramona-Rutland School Superintendent Don Hoeke reaching out to wish you all a joyful holiday season. I also want to take this opportunity to share a few more facts about how our district is moving forward and requesting a bond to build a new centralized school. After the last bond vote was unsuccessful, the district sent out a survey to all registered voters in the ORR district asking for feedback. One common response was requesting that the project be scaled back with more of a focus on academics. The ORR School Board listened and responded by cutting $2.6 million from the project. Scaling back the football stadium, practice fields, and track allowed for the reduction in overall project costs. After making these cuts, the ORR School Board voted to seek a second bond for $15.95 million. Initially, the board did vote to have only one polling site with 2 absentee voting polling sites. A decision made for financial reasons, as supporting one polling site is far less expensive than supporting 3 polling sites. However, when community members expressed their concerns, the school board quickly changed their mind and have again established 3 polling sites for Tuesday's vote: the Oldham Gym, the Ramona Gym, and the Rutland Gym. Next, I have had a few questions from folks about the ad placed in the Madison Daily News that provides information about the upcoming bond. I want to take this opportunity to clarify that the ad was not placed by the school district nor by the school board. A closer look at the ad will tell you that it was indeed sponsored and paid for by the Say Yes Committee, a committee made up of community members, not school board members nor district staff. I was also recently asked about the number of open enrolled students in our district. While I will reiterate that all students in our district are our students, I did provide the statistic that about 32% of our student body is open enrolled in. That translates to about 104 of our 323 students. I also want to explain here that over 26 years ago, the South Dakota lawmakers established an open enrollment option for all K-12 students in South Dakota. As a result, nearly all school districts in the state, if not all, currently have students who are open enrolled into their districts. In fact, some districts that have similar enrollment numbers as the Oldham-Ramona-Rutland School District have enrollment percentages higher or similar to the Oldham-Ramona-Rutland open enrollment numbers. For example, Florence, 45% of their students are open enrolled. Gayville-Volin, 46% of the students are open enrolled. Woolsey-Wessington, 45%. Ethan, 38%. Mount Vernon, 38%. Northwestern is about the same as Oldham-Ramona-Rutland at 32%. Dubrook has 28%, Castlewood 21%, Warner 27%, and the list goes on. Parents and students who choose to open enroll don't typically do so for convenience. Rather, they make the choice for specific reasons based on the child's individual needs. Some students will thrive in smaller schools, others will thrive in larger schools. Students are individuals with individual needs, which is probably one reason why South Dakota lawmakers established open enrollment options. I also think it's important for folks to know that no school district is fully funded by state aid. In fact, South Dakota law states that school districts will be funded through local efforts as well. Simply put, the amount of state aid provided to school districts is calculated taking local needs minus local efforts. The amount of state aid is also determined in part by enrollment numbers, and consequently, the funding formula most efficiently works with school enrollments of about 300. Each of our 323 students, whether open enrolled, colony students, or other students living within our district, are counted when determining state aid. I also want to point out that school districts, including our district, receive funding from other sources, including federal grants. The ORR school district is not going away. Of the 149 school districts in South Dakota, the ORR school district is larger than 67 other districts, which means 52% of public schools in South Dakota are smaller than the Oldham-Ramona-Rutland School District. The idea of dissolving our district makes no sense and is currently not a board consideration. Let's consider the location of the new centralized school on US Highway 81. The location makes the most sense for a few reasons, including its central location within our district boundaries, access to the site for emergency services, and efficiency of snow and snow removal. just to name a few. Some people do mention safety concerns with the location on Highway 81. I would ask you to consider the following statistic, coming from the South Dakota Department of Transportation. The average daily traffic information from the DOT states that the traffic flow on US Highway 81 from Madison to Arlington varies on a daily basis from 1,824 vehicles per day near Madison to 1,583 vehicles per day closer to Arlington. In comparison, traffic counts on South Dakota Highway 34 from Madison to Coleman varies from 3,584 vehicles per day near Madison to 3,157 vehicles per day near Coleman. That means that there are 50% fewer vehicles traveling between Madison and Arlington on US Highway 81 than there are vehicles traveling on South Dakota Highway 34 between Madison and Coleman per day on average. I would also add that the entrance to the new school will not be located on US Highway 81. It will be on 223. Consolidating the Oldham, Ramona, and Rutland school districts brought together a collective staff that includes teachers with master's degrees, national certifications, a breadth and depth of knowledge, and a passion for improving the lives of students so that they can reach their greatest potentials. The ORR district strives to offer quality education in a safe, welcoming environment, and we will continue to assess student needs so we can do better every day. We offer opportunities for activities that include track, cross-country, football, volleyball, basketball, golf, softball, oral interp, drama, theater, FFA, National Honor Society, student council, journalism, yearbook, pep band, and cheerleading. Once our high school students and staff are all in one building, we will have the staff and the opportunity to offer elective academic courses in addition to the required courses, and some of these electives could include band, choir, journalism, anatomy, interior design, photography, art, world history, psychology, sociology, civics, South Dakota history, creative writing, advanced math, consumer math, statistics, pre-calculus, calculus, creative writing, drafting, construction trades, a variety of agricultural studies, business law, business management, digital animation, web design, weight training, fitness for life, graphic design, network technology, computer programming, and more. We have a staff that are qualified to teach each of those electives that I stated, but it will depend on the needs of our students and what their choices are. We are here for the students. The ORR School District is not going away. We are Raiders, skilled, tenacious, united, a family. Thank you for listening today, and may your holidays be filled with the peace and the promise of the season.